Hello. Good morning, beautiful people.
Literally, it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's the witching hour. Usually I just wake her up at this hour. Now I'm waking all of you up at this hour too. Welcome to my world. So, today is Thursday, October the 6th, and as you can see, I have a new hairstyle. And the reason I did this was because I have radiation today, and they said you're going to lose your hair. I said, okay, well, I think I'll choose to lose my hair before radiation, but I won't lose my beard. My beautiful beard. Anyway, so I kind of wanted to go over real quick just like yesterday and today's schedule, because when I'm here, I am not sitting still. I am sitting still, but I'm getting treated while I'm sitting still. So, like yesterday, it starts at 6:55 a.m. They do all my vital signs. At 7 a.m., I get rectal insufflation of oxygen ozone. And let me tell you, that ain't my favorite. At 7:20, I get laboratories. 7:30, there's a stretching class, which I didn't make. 8 o'clock, there's breakfast. 9 o'clock, there's psychological counseling, which is good. 9:56, wheatgrass or chlorophyll drink.
Missed that one yesterday.
Yeah, it's awful. 10 a.m., hyperbaric oxygen. 10:56, snack. 10:57, digestion shake. 11:30, medical consult with Dr. Ulloa. I can't say his name, but he's
Wonderful.
a really nice
Francisco.
guy. Yeah, Francisco. Really nice guy. Spa treatment, I had lymph drainage. And then at 1 p.m. I started an IV infusion, which was the start of my first chemotherapy treatment. And it starts, and then I have lunch while I'm doing that, but then I do this whole body hypothermia, where they put me in this kind of chamber and heat my whole body up to like 104, 105 degrees. And what that does is it opens up the pores of the cancer cells to be able to receive the chemotherapy more thoroughly. And it's one of the main reasons why I'm doing the work that I'm doing here, is because they do these combination of things. Germans figured this out a long time ago, that if you heat up the cancer cells, then the chemotherapy goes more efficiently and more effectively into the cell where it needs to go. So I spent pretty much all day with that. The whole body hypothermia, that takes almost 2 hours. After that, I did a 3-hour IV infusion of vitamin C, which is potent. And then, we go to the shake and dinner, but by that time, that's my day, right? So I finish up last night. I think I got in bed at 9 o'clock, right? And so I'm going hard all day. Today, same thing. Vital signs, meditation, rectal insufflation. Breakfast, quiet room, which they do all the beamer pad and all those things like that. I'm trying to get these resources up so that you can see them. Hyperbaric oxygen, same thing. If you oxygenate a cancer cell, it kills it more quickly. They don't like oxygen. Chiropractor has been fantastic. Does these great treatments. I'm also getting dental treatment. So I'm getting dental work to pull out all the mercury and a couple of old crowns, and the amount that I'm spending on that is 1/10 of what I would spend in the US. And the workmanship is fantastic. The guy's great, but it's detoxing and pulling out all the mercury and heavy metals and doing it the right way. It's just part of the treatment that is humane. It's part of the healthcare, literally taking care of my health system. That is remarkable. But we go on and on. Tomorrow I'm doing my first radiation treatment, which is why I shave my head. I won't lose my beard because they make this mask that covers up all of my throat and all of my face, and they cover everything that's not getting irradiated. But they did a mapping on
The other day.
the other day.
We lost track of
Yeah,
what
I don't know what day it is. But they did a whole simulation of what they're going to do, and they run through it. And it was funny because the tech doing it, didn't speak English. Well, he did, not very well, but he goes, "Okay, tattoo," and I was like, "Okay, tattoo," and he goes, he puts these 3 tattoos across my. I was like, "Dude, don't I have a say in the design or anything?" So that's where we are, and that's yesterday and today. What I'm trying to do now with these resources that I'm telling you that I'm doing is I'm trying to get more information up. So I tried to make a resource page, but I can't put resources on the resource page.
We're getting there.
Yeah, so we're
Sue's
gonna
working on that, and Leslie.
yeah, we're gonna get a dedicated web page so that you can refer off of that page onto that dedicated page, because I want everybody to understand what the rectal insufflation and what does it do.
In case you need to know, and hopefully you won't need to know.
Hopefully you won't. But even, look, even if it's not for cancer, if it's for something else, even knowing that these things are in combination, like these things are being used in combination, that our ridiculous 3-letter bureaucratic federal government says, "Oh no, it doesn't work." They, with the I think it was with the hyper, I can never get that right.
Hyperthermia.
Hyperthermia. They stopped using it like in the 80s because they said it didn't work. And they're still using it down here, and they have data that proves that it does work. So what is that? That's my big question. Anyway, I'm blah blah and want Robyn to be able to kind of tell where she is in the process and what she's dealing with and what's going on.
It's a pretty long video already. So.
That's all right.
So I'm just really proud. He's been very, very strong going through it. He yesterday didn't have really any effects from the way that they do the chemo here, and that was, really good to see, and on a lot of levels, because we know the way people go through chemo and radiation in the States is pretty intense, and it's very intense for him here in different ways, but physically he didn't experience any of the standard nausea or stuff that happens with chemo because of the way they did that. They could actually tell him kind of how things would happen, and then they gave him anti-nausea and ginger and things in case he started to. But he didn't. It didn't happen at all for you.
No, but how are you doing?
No, I'm taking day by day, and just trying to keep learning and growing through this process and come back to me, so I can stay in where I need to be for taking each next step the way it comes. And days actually feel pretty busy for the most part for me, even though it seems like I should have space that's kind of being here and showing up here, and so there's not, by the time I take care of 1 or 2 things, it's time to be somewhere or get something or do something. So it's very, it's a very good place to have the space, but in some ways it doesn't feel like there's as much time to do anything. So it's a really interesting dichotomy here, but it's really nice to have a cocoon. So I can't imagine trying to do any of this and run from appointment to appointment. And it's really nice being fed holistic, healthy, completely, food to support nourishment, instead of having to figure out what to do and how to do all that. So I'm really grateful for this cocoon that we are here, so that it can be this intense. And so thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for all the financial gifts. And I can tell you that what I see coming is, this would probably look like concierge medicine in the U.S., but it seems to me that it could be I don't know what we would call it, a test container for what is possible. Like, because the only thing that's different is the caring concern. It really is. Just having people be caring for you and being concerned and listening to you, it just makes all the difference. It really does. And just that one little thing, if it can make that big of a difference, what do we have to adjust in the system now that will make that happen?
So that all the doctors that got into medicine because they wanted to help can actually help.
Yeah.
Because, yesterday I was in the elevator with a doctor and I just said, thank you. This is a great place. And she was in research and she stopped and she just was full of heart, like having a communication with me in a elevator. He doesn't even know me.
Right.
And all the doctors that he's experienced have heart. And I believe truly that most people that get into nursing and medicine, doctors, are had heart at some point. They wanted to help, unless they were just in it for the money. I don't know.
Well, but I still think they do.
But they're not being allowed to
Right.
stay in their heart because they have to turn over patients, and they're being told what to do or not to do, and they can't trust their intuition. And the biggest thing here is one of the being able to be empowered in your own care and have communication about what's going on. They want to know how he's responding all the time. We have meetings all the time to see what needs to be adjusted, or if anything, they want to know from his perspective what he's experiencing, so that they can make their adjustments in their schedule and get it done. And as opposed to just having some program where everybody follows the program and it doesn't matter what's going on. And so that feels really different, and
it's authentic. And most of it, when I was in the hospital in the U.S., I would say, and I wrote yesterday, I would say 90, maybe even 95% of the practitioners, no matter whether they were doctors or nurses or orderlies or whatever, had that same feel. They had that same heart, that same caring, but there was this, you could feel this weight, this drag on them that they had to perform, and it's that we got to get rid of. And that I'm focused on getting rid of. I don't know how to do that. I have no idea. Maybe some of you do. If you do, let's put our new noggins together and figure it out. Okay? We love you guys. Thank you so much again for all the help, all the prayers.
Yeah.
We just love you.
Thank you to our family, all our friends, all the people we don't even know that are supporting us.
Yeah.
And to Leslie, thank you for taking care of our people while we're gone.
Yeah.
And hopefully that our hearts are always with our people.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Have a great morning, and we will too, because
We'll go back to sleep
we started
at some point.
3 in the morning here. All right, love you guys. Peace out.